एक सेकंद थांब, व्हिडिओ घेत आहे.
All of North America. I'm referring to the once famous 100-mile cruise. The 100-mile cruise was conducted on the Muskoka Lakes for 50 seasons by the magnificent big steamship Sangamo. The Sangamo was the queen of the Muskoka Lakes in her time, and she was a magnificent vessel, twice the size of this ship, and she could take 800 passengers. For 50 seasons, the Sangamo used to meet the morning trains coming up from Toronto Union Station at Muskoka Wharf in the harbour of Gravenhurst, and then she would begin her daily trip up through the lakes, calling at the resort hotels, going through the locks at Port Carling, and then up to the Natural Park on Little Lake Joseph. And there she would let her passengers go ashore for an hour or so for a stroll. Then in the afternoon, she would begin the return trip back to Gravenhurst. Full course meals were served on board the Sangamo, and by evening, she would be back at Muskoka Wharf to meet the evening train coming up from Toronto. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to be able to say that when I was a small boy, I got to take several cruises on the Sangamo. She was a magnificent big ship, twice the size of this vessel, and she could take 800 passengers, and we kids just loved her. I mean, to us, she was like a miniature ocean liner, and she sounded like one with that splendid deep-throated whistle of hers. When the Sangamo and the Sequin stopped operating in 1958, we missed them very, very much. It was almost as if the soul had gone out of Muskoka. The cruises that we run today with the Winona II are just a tiny remnant of the original 100-mile cruise. By the way, if anybody's curious, we have pictures of the Sangamo on board this ship down on the main deck.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay. Bye.
Last year I filmed it. I was kind of joking because we were talking about the drink earlier. The drink was good shit.
Folks, again, if you wouldn't mind another little reminiscence account. When we're out in the open waters of Lake Muskoka today, especially on a day like this, I'm reminded sometimes of some old vintage film I saw a long time ago, taken in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, and 50s of speedboat racing on these lakes. Speedboat racing used to be the rage here in Muskoka, starting in the 1920s. A lot of that old vintage film I was talking about applied to a gentleman by the name of Harold Wilson. Some of you may have heard of him. Harold Wilson, at one time, was the world champion speedboat racer. First time they saw Muskoka was in 1927, when they came up here for a summer holiday and to take a cruise through the lakes on the Sangamo. At that time, Harold Wilson was 16 years of age. Now, when Harold was doing his cruise on the lakes on the steamer, he got to see it for the first time a speedboat operating. And the last steamer, the Sangamo, tied up there for the last time in 1958. Immediately afterwards, they tore down the old board station and put up all those nondescript boathouses you can see over there. Now, you may look over there on the mainland shore there, folks, to the left by the water's edge. There's a great big moose.
वेदर मस्त आहे आपलं आज. वेदरने साथ दिली आज. हा. हा